Good evening, y'all. This is Sincere from Sincere Knicks Fan TV. Back at you again. I just wanted to get another video out there because I'm trying to build this platform. And off the rip, I want to give a special shout out to my wife, my lovely wife, for helping me with our production right here. I want to give a nice quick shout out to my cousin Daryl. Got love for you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate everyone's input, those who have subscribed, those who have commented. I thank you. I appreciate you taking the time out to view my content. Thank you for your thoughts, for your comments, for your feedback. I really appreciate it. Let's continue to have the kind of discord that's respectful and leans towards building. We're not trying to destroy anybody. We're not trying to rip anybody apart. Um, but we're here to love the New York Knicks and the direction that they're going, and hopefully it gets to that place where we can be celebrating with a championship banner. That's the ultimate goal. And with all that being said, I'm talking to you today because everybody in Knicks Nation is talking about the next coach. We've already talked about Tom Thibodeau. Love Tom Thibodeau, and I know that he has love for the New York Knicks. Even though I don't like the way he went out, you know what I'm saying? The idea is now we're in a place where we actually have to go find a coach. And when it comes to the coach that will help hopefully lead us to success, whoever that coach may be, whether it's Taylor Jenkins, Jason Kidd, uh, Mike Malone, whoever it might be, Ime Udoka, I'm gonna be honest, that would be my choice. If we could pull that off, I would be very, very, very happy. I'm sure many people in Mixed Nation would be as well. Um, but regardless of who we get, in my opinion, my personal opinion, the best situation is having a coach that stresses defense first. And I'll tell you why. Because our team has already been built off of the foundation of defense first. When you think of the New York Knicks, not just this season, but even in the last 2 or 3 seasons, there's been the connection of defense, toughness, hustle, rebounding. There's been that connection from one year to the next, season after season. So it would be wise for the New York Knicks to go out there and find a coach who has a defensive acumen, who has focus and dedicated energy to look and focus on the defense for our New York Knicks. Um, we know that offense is a wonderful thing. When it's flowing, it's a wonderful thing. But defense is about effort and it's about consistency. And that's part of why my concern is that whoever the next coach is, they need to be able to bring that same kind of consistency on the defensive end, making sure that we're not turning the ball over needlessly, that we're not out there, not wondering and caring about rebounding, that we're not trying to control the number of possessions that we have, that we are out there creating havoc defensively on every team that's in front of us. Are we going to stop every team in the league? Well, we're always going to have our nice, offense. Sometimes it's just better than defense. So that's in almost any sport. Sometimes it's just the way the cookie crumbles. But the idea is when it comes to our Knicks was specifically designed to defend everyone in the league. To be honest, we was really focused on trying to stop Boston, which we've already found success in doing. So now it's the idea that we don't have to worry as much about Boston, at least in my opinion, this upcoming season. Tatum's not going to be here next season. He's out with his injury, that Achilles. that should not be a concern for the New York Knicks for this upcoming season. Now, maybe 2 seasons or more, if they're even still together, that might be a concern. Cleveland, Cleveland's a team that you really got to take seriously. You know, like they're legit. Now, don't get me wrong. Now, even this past season, you can ask anybody who's known me. I have never, ever thought that we did not have a fighting chance against Cleveland. You know, and no disrespect to Cleveland. So any of my friends, family, or anybody out there that's diehard Cleveland Cavaliers fan, hey, I'm not trying to disrespect y'all. I want to be very, very clear. I respect the Cleveland Cavaliers. Only thing I'm saying is, whether it's the Cleveland Cavaliers or the Boston Celtics or whoever else, it was never a mindset of, oh my gosh, I'm afraid. No, we can't compete. That was never the mindset here. That may have been other people. That may have been some other media outlets and knowledgeable basketball people who might claim, oh, the Knicks can't beat the Celtics, or they can't beat the Cleveland Cavaliers, or they can't beat the Thunder, or they can't beat whoever. The idea is our team has gotten better year after year after year. Whether by building better team chemistry, whether through trades, whatever the case may be, we have become better as a team overall. And as much as I would have loved Thibodeau to be there for next season, that's just not in the cards right now. That's just not in the cards, period. He's gone. It's over. So we're not going to cry over spilled milk. We're going to keep this thing moving because that's what we got to do. The coach that's coming in, like I said, it's going to have to be someone who's about that defense and then rebounding and then making sure we don't turn the ball over. In the last series going against the Indiana Pacers, I don't deny that our Knicks gave a good effort overall. But in my personal opinion, we ourselves kind of played into Indiana's game, you know, trying to rush ourselves at a quicker pace. We're a good team overall. Like when we have our opportunities to get in the open court, we can do damage. We can go out there and get our quick baskets here and there. But the idea is, like, we're not an up and down team. We're not Indiana. We're not Indiana like that. We're not built to be running up and down the court every single game, every single possession for 48 minutes. That's not how we were built. We were built to turn teams over. We were built to get stops. We were built and designed for the playoffs when the game slows down. That's what we were built for. And we have proven that from series to series. Detroit, and, you know, saying, who was it? We had Detroit. See, now I feel silly right now because it's not clicking in my head. If you can put out the other ones outside of Indiana, that'd be wonderful. No disrespect to any of the other teams. My brain just went for a moment. But if you can put it in the comments of the teams that we have gone through. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, Boston. Yeah. The team that everybody was saying we could never beat, right? We beat them, right? And we beat them honestly, right? So we went out there in Detroit. We was able to win the game because we, at least for this season, have been the better team. The Celtics, which many people thought was the better team, found out they're not the better team going against us in the playoffs. Even despite people might make the argument, oh, Tatum, oh, he was hurt, he was injured. No. We put out a plan, and our plan was executed well. And this is why I say, when it comes to the next coach, whoever the next coach is going to be, it has to be someone who's going to be keeping things on point with the consistency with the defense. Where my concern is the idea that with the new coach, whoever that person may be, are they going to be a person that's going to get rid of the assistant coaches that are already in place? Most coaches do. Most coaches do get rid of the last regime's coaches. There's a certain level of trust, and you want your own people to be on your squad. So that can be troubling, because the idea is something that has helped many teams to be successful, whether it's the Milwaukee's, whether it's the Boston Celtics, whether it was the Golden State Warriors, has been consistency. And to take away the head coach and then take away the assistant coaches, that potentially could be an issue, especially for the fact that we have an assistant coach on our next team by the name of Rick Brunson. That would not be a wise idea for whoever the next head coach is to come in and demand that Rick Brunson be removed. That probably won't work very well. That would not go for longevity in the New York Knicks nation to demand that Rick Brunson be replaced coming in. That's not a good look. That's not a good look. But even if they do replace most of the staff, if they are able to focus on those specific areas to help tweak things, to get the team to where not only are they able to go out there and do damage against teams, turning them over, getting the stops, like 2, 3, 4 or more stops within the flow of a game, and being disruptive, and in so doing allows for Jalen Brunson to be able to get more rest. I said that Jalen Brunson is a clutch player. He's a clutch player, and if I didn't say it, he is. He's a clutch player, and clearly the league looks at Jalen Brunson as a clutch player, and there's nothing wrong with that. The idea is it's not wise to always have to lean on him to close everything out. That's not good for his health overall in the long term. And we want our team to be successful for the long term. So being able to have a coach that can come in and hopefully be willing and able to stretch things out to the place where our teammates on our team, because I'm the Knicks fan, so you're going to hear we, us, our. That's going to be normal. We're going to need to have where players are able to have more touches, sharing the ball while still not turning the ball over, and allowing ourselves to have more efficient play. This way, when we have the playoffs, it's not a thing where Jalen Brunson feels that he needs to put so much extra energy to try to help win a game. Because there have been times where Brunson has gotten into hero ball. Now, sometimes that's very helpful. More times he doesn't get too caught up in trying to be hero ball. But when he does, that's typically not the best situation. It would be a wiser idea, especially with the coach coming in, being able to have a conversation with Brunson and explaining the importance of sharing the ball with everybody, getting Cat involved, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, Josh Hart, Mitchell Robinson, being able to get everybody else into a flow so that either A, he can get easier buckets, and B, being able to be in a place where if for whatever reason, whether we create a lead, he can have more time and energy to be able to come in to close it out if need be, or be in a place where if he does need to close it out, he can have more energy and focus to be able to do that at a more efficient manner. And I think that's something that can really be done with the proper coaching, to be able to get everybody involved and to be able to help lead this team to get to that championship level, because we just came up short by two games shy. Come on, let's be honest. We can pull this off, but we need to start it off with having the right type of coach. I'm definitely excited to see how things unfold. I want to see us be successful, and hopefully they take these things into consideration. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you listening. If you haven't, please do subscribe, like, and share. Thank you.